So we, as members of the SANDF, had all what was required for us to provide. Coming to the issue of whether our members had been really properly trained, I will indicate that for every mission, before any deployment, prior to being handed over to Chief Joint Ops, there is what we call combat readiness training. And this training takes place in various units, and services do combat readiness training. Then they provide the combat readiness certificate. Part of it are the exercises that take place in Luatla. Those exercises are meant at least to determine how ready are your soldiers in carrying out the mission that they are required to do. After doing combat readiness training, Chief Joint Operations then receives the soldiers, and these soldiers are then put through what we call mission readiness training. And this is the training that is tailor-made specifically for the type of the mission that they are to conduct. And indeed, this grouping that went there, they went through combat readiness training, they went through mission readiness training. And it was not for lack of training that we suffered casualties. Being a soldier, I will share with you that most of our casualties did not come as a result of close combat. It came as a result of indirect fire that was directed and DF'd to our positions. We then realized that, indeed, some of the things that are happening are things that, is there anything that we can do to avoid that? Yes, indeed. We increased security of our people, both in terms of intelligence collection and in terms of how do you then counter this bombardment. The bunkers were created, which is the logical thing that soldiers will do. We then said, are the bunkers that are available sufficient? And then they developed them, fortified them, because we realized that this is the nature of the warfare that we're going to face, and therefore the bunkers that we had to be fortified. And as I said, we train as we fight. And when we learned that we need to do that, we fortified. So our members had been resourced, they'd been properly trained. We have done everything that needed to be done in order to protect those that were in the battlefield.